guys and girls, welcome back to another video. Today we're checking out the IK Multimedia Axe-IO1. Let's go! So welcome back. Today we're checking out this audio interface. Let's go for the specs. You can find all the details on the website. I'm gonna give you the bare minimum. So it's a one input interface. It has a combined instrument and mic preamp. It has two outputs and two switch inputs, so you can control the software pedals, and a MIDI in and out, and it's USB-C. It has a switchable kind of preamp, so it has the pure and the J-FET. The line instrument has a switch for passive and active pickups, which is very useful. I don't have active pickups, so I didn't test it, but I'm sure it's useful for those that do. 48-volt phantom. There's a variable impedance that's kind of IK Multimedia proprietary, but most importantly, it has an amp out. So this is the tool that I use to make the captures for Tonex in the Tonex 1 video. Yeah, it's really easy to work. You can do reamping with this one, and I think it's one of the most affordable ways to get a reamp interface. So this is mainly targeted towards guitarists, of course. All these features are most of all for guitar and bass player, of course. So I recorded the guitar straight into the interface, and you're going to hear the guitar recorded without any plugin. And then we're going to use a couple of plugins to see how the different settings translate to the plugin. For example, the Z-tone and the different preamps. Then we're going to test the amp out, and we're going to compare it to going straight into the amp. But now, enough talking, let's hear it, and then we'll come to the conclusion. now we're going to have a loop going on. So the signal path is from the loop station where I recorded a sample. One goes into the interface, from the interface goes into this A-B switch pedal. The A input is the input coming from the amp out of the XIO. The B input is the input that went straight from the loop station into the pedal, and then there's a cable that goes to the amp. So we're going to compare the amp out. Let's go.
This is the sound of the XIO. This is the sound of the XIO. Let's try changing the Z-tone, yeah, yeah. Let's try changing the Z-tone, yeah, yeah. Let's try changing the Z-tone, yeah.
So, what do you think? The amp out is pretty useful, but I notice it's a little bit weird to work with because for some reason the same signal, if you set the input to not clip, then it's gonna send out a kind of a weaker signal through the amp out. So there's probably some part of the signal that gets attenuated in the process. So as you saw in the demos, I had to crank the input gain to compensate for that loss and to have the same sound from the amp when using the amp out of the interface. So that is my only issue. And there is something that I kind of noticed even when making the captures of the Tonex. They came out great, but I think the gain was a little bit lower than it was when plugging straight to the amp with the guitar, and this may be the issue. Other than that, I think for the price, it's a great interface, especially if you are a guitar player. If you are searching for the best quality audio interface, this is not the one. There are much better choices out there. Naming one, the Audient ID14. All the Audient ID lineup is great, and you should check him out. And you should check it out. I also made a video and I will link it up here. But yeah, this is much more intended for guitar players that want to use Amplitude or Tonex or other plugins that they may need the passive active switch, they may need the different the JFET, or they want the Z-tone. I find it useful. I still prefer to use the Sharp version, but I think it could be useful in some circumstances. And of course, the reamping feature with the amp out is a must-have if you want to record the DI of your guitar and doing all with one interface. Of course, you can do it with all the other interfaces by having one of the out go into a reamp box. But if you look online, you can see that reamp boxes are more than the price of this audio interface alone. So if you buy this, you get the all the benefits of the switching and the controls and the reamping for like 107, 110 more or less. But I mean, it's a great price for the interface, and bear in mind that it comes with Tonex SE and Amplitude SE. So that is also to consider. If you want those softwares, you can buy them alone, or you can buy this interface and get them too. Of course, they are not the full-fat version of the Tonex, but in my opinion are plenty to work with, and especially if you want the just the ability to clone stuff with Tonex, that is that's enough. So if you want Tonex for that, it's the SE version is totally cool with that. And yeah, of course, if you can control it by MIDI, if you do, and you can also control the software pedals, for example, the wah with an expression pedal, and yeah, all of that is pretty cool. So check it out. For sound quality, I think it's decent. As I said, there are better interfaces out there, but I think that this one is still pretty good for the price, especially. So this is it for today. Let me know in the comments if you like this video, if you like this interface, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!